Oh yeah. Sorry, become broken the video, so I have to continue. But I was talking about plural and singular adjective, and that in front of the adjective in singular you put an M. So, for example, the word bad, which is baya, becomes mbaya in singular, but in plural you put the prefix w in front of the adjective, so it becomes wabaya or something like that. So if you want to say people, bad people, you say watu wabaya, watu wabaya. And notice the same thing as I mentioned earlier before, that when it comes to Swahili, you put, for example, in English you put bad before people, but in Swahili you put people um, before the adjective. But you do the opposite. In English you put the adjective first and then people. Let's say tall girls then, and that's also plural. So then you would say wasichana, because msichana, which I mentioned in the earlier video, means, for example, msichana means, for example, one girl, but wasichana, when you put the W in front, that means that there are several girls or many girls. And then we used the word refu, which is tall, but then we have to have a prefix that indicates that it's plural, which is a WA in front. So it's a wa refu, which indicates that there's many girls that are tall. Okay, let's talk about adjective examples from N class then, because now we have mentioned adjective in EMRA class, but let's go on to N class. Where the prefix is N only, you don't have like two different ones. Like in EMRA class, you had the M and VA. So you had M and WA. However, the prefixes in N class, if the stem of adjective start with B or P, you still have an M. So there's exception. So if an adjective starts with an B or P, and it's included in the N class, it still starts with an M. So again, if the adjective start with an B or a P, you still get the prefix M. Like, for example, posta mpya, which means a new post office. So posta mpya, and that is, posta is included in N class, but still it gets an M because it starts with an B or a P. Same thing goes to bad road, which is barabara mpya. Barabara road, barabara baya. Barabara is road and baya bad. So the same thing there. So as I said before, if it's included in the N class and it starts with the B or P, it still gets a M prefix. So that's an exception. See if we have any else more exceptions. Okay. Sometimes the prefix N is not necessary. Like, for example, you don't have to have N. For example, nyumba kubwa, then you don't have any prefixes. Nyumba kubwa means big house, basically. Nyumba kubwa. Yes.